Good morning, everyone. This is Royce coming back at you with yet another one of my mom's recipes. Kind of, sort of, she experiments a lot. And today on the docket we have pork and carrot korma. I don't know what korma is, but let's try it anyway. This is definitely one of the sweeter dishes my mom has made, and I think it is actually because of the carrots. Carrots are deceptively sweet. That's why you have carrot juice, carrot cake. That's why carrots can sometimes be found with, marshmallows and stuff on them, or like a brown sugar glaze. And yet, it still is accompanying like a steakhouse entree. I don't mind a little savory with my sweet. Not brown sugar and marshmallows. I actually have made doubly sure. I tried to check to see if I've had my mom's Indian cooking on my channel before, because I'm sure I have. But I couldn't find it, so I'm giving it a pass this once. Now, it does turn out that I did. Well, we're in our struggle arc, remember. This is also deceptively spicy. Like, it first presents as very sweet, but has a lot of kick to it. I think it's these green peppers. I believe they're poblanos or something. I should try to get my hands on some chicken adobo sometime. I don't want to have to make it myself, but who knows. Y'all want more cooking videos from me. This was actually in our freezer for a while. Also, I don't have any naan, and y'all yelled at me when I had white bread. Well, no, y'all didn't. You didn't yell at me, I yelled at myself. Whenever I have white bread with something. So we're gonna do these flour tortillas as a replacement for the naan. But I understand if y'all think this is a little weird. Arguably, it's even more unhealthy since tortillas are usually made with a congealed fat. Let me just read the ingredients quickly. Vegetable shortening. Yeah, so to keep these vegan, I assume, Mission does their tortillas with... Also, I think it's more shelf-stable than lard, but either vegetable shortening or lard is used in tortilla making. It actually does work as a surprisingly good non-replacement. The non-naan, if you will. And of course, these are fajita tortillas, which usually get slopped on with a bunch of junk as well. I don't want to get my shirt dirty, so let's... I love Indian food. Indian food has led me to try stuff I would never try. Well, stuff I normally don't eat. Like, at every Indian lunch buffet I've gone to, they've always had these little vegetable fritters, which are filled with like peas and garbanzo beans and stuff like that that normally don't pass my lips. But because of the spices, because of the configuration, it's more than edible. The only time I've ever had Indian food that I really could not stand was... what are garbanzo beans, chickpeas, whatever, called when you have them when they're supposed to be, like the hummus. I forget. I don't know if there's I swear there's a third term for those. Anyway, but my mom got me a prepackaged thing of those in some kind of like brown sauce like this, and I couldn't do it because I can't do beans. Beans are such a weird texture. They have to be in something where the texture is hidden away from me, like tofu or like that fritter I was talking about. I'm sure someone will mention what it actually is called in the comments, and I'll slap my head. I meant to look up what "Good morning, everyone" is in is it? It's not Indian. Hindi? I don't know. But I am literally filming this day of. Been a while since I did one of those, hasn't it? Again, the struggle arc. I almost stopped at McDonald's to try to film another fast food faux pas, but I don't want those to be a weekly segment. Those have to be few and far between for them to actually work, because most of the time, I'm more than okay with whatever slop I'm fed. It takes a very special kind of mess up that really gets on my nerves, be it my own or someone else's. I don't know how common pork is in Indian cooking. I think chicken is far more common, but my mom doesn't always like chicken. Sometimes she craves something a little different. The other white meat. I think goat is probably... Is that the most common meat in Indian cooking? I'm not sure. Nothing against it if it is. Having my dad's lamb ribs last year, I have found that goat is actually delicious. I didn't want it to be. I was like, lamb is like veal, it's a step too far, we shouldn't be eating babies. But damn, that was a very tasty baby. I ate a baby. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. Chitties, baby back ribs. Oh, this is just going to devolve into another Austin Powers episode. Oh my god, and Mike Myers even did... Well, he didn't do... He technically didn't do... Is it Yellowface? Is playing an Indian person still count as Yellowface? He didn't do whatever the Indian version of blackface was for the Love Guru, technically. Because he was if I recall that film correctly, because yes, I did see the Love Guru, because I was a stupid Midwesterner. I'm the kind of person Disaster Movie was made for when I was a kid. I watched Meet the Spartans with joy and wonder. I watched Vampires Suck with awe and wonder. The only good part of that was the not werewolves dancing to It's Raining Men. I still maintain, Scary Movie 1, 2, and 3 aren't good movies, but they have good scenes in it. Mostly Queen Latifah beating the shit out of Samara. Also, them understanding Gore Verbinski's The Ring better than I think a lot of people do. Samara being like, you've cured the evil inside me, or you've broken the curse, now I don't have to be evil anymore. And then Anna Faris says, really? And then she goes back to her ghoul form and says, nah, I'm just fucking with you. Perfect. That is... Scary Movie 3 somehow had really good understanding of the material it was parodying. Charlie Sheen saying they've mastered the ability to travel across galaxies, but they can't get through a wooden door. Yeah, referencing the Signs aliens. Although apparently there's this whole thing now that aliens and signs were actually supposed to be literal demons. And the real reason the water hurt them was because Mel Gibson's character was a priest. Because he touched the water, it was holy water. The reason they couldn't get through a door was because there's some old superstition about evil spirits not being able to get through, like, yew or wood or something. Or oak, I don't know. Watch Pondering Spooky Tapes' video on The Happening. They go into it more there. What was I talking about? Oh, The Love Guru. So yeah, I watched The Love Guru. It was stupid. I don't like it. Don't recommend it. You know, for my own safety, I probably shouldn't eat too many of these. And I know a lot of you are like, Royce, well, I know some of my detractors are going to be like, Royce, this is still bad for you. This is still like a ton of sauce with preservatives and stuff in it. I'm like, I know, but it's still vegetables. You got the peppers, you got the carrots. It's also very, what's that word? Herbal, I guess. Like, you can taste the spices in it. You can taste the Indian spices. Where are y'all on mushy versus cooked carrots? I usually can't stand carrots unless they're raw. I'm eating them here because they're covered in sauce. Again, Indian cooking covers a world of hurt. It's just a bad texture for me, though. It's like why I don't like pineapple on pizza. I'll eat it. I won't enjoy it, though. Beef pot pie. Marie Callender's beef pot pie. Surprisingly good. I will admit, this was in the freezer for like a month or two, but it's still it thawed out okay, and it cooked very well. The only thing is, because the pork has been soaking in sauce for all that time, thawing it out and cooking it in the microwave, it's pull apart. It turns to mush in your mouth. This is less a This is less a... Ooh, spicy. This is less a meal of textures and more a meal of flavor. Like, if you could turn Indian food into gruel, this succeeded. It is all soft. It's basically baby food. But if you fed this to a baby, they would cry. Because it is spicy. It's one of those building spices, too. And now I remember why I usually have bread with these. Because I sop up the sauce. No bread, so you guys are getting a little hedonism from me today. I love that sauce. It went on a little thick. I'm pretty sure this was the bottom of the thing where it was mostly sauce with less vegetables and meat. But still very good. My mom is an excellent cook, but it helps that she has good ingredients. I'm not sure how she made the korma. If she did it by hand, which I could believe that is a lot of spice for what is normally a prepackaged sauce. Because, like, here's the thing. When the stuff we get prepackaged in the U.S. is not real. It's an Americanized version that is tuned to our sensitive palates. But there is a lot of spice in this. There's a lot of flavor. Again, not much texture, but, like, that's more my own fault for having it in the freezer all this time. Really good, though. My mom has once more proven that she can cook with the best of them, even international cuisine. Excuse me. This is leagues better than her shakshuka, if I'm being honest. Oh, Lord. Ugh. I'm going to be suffering all day. I need to remember to bring this with me tonight. I forgot it the past couple nights, and I've had to use those little disposable coffee cups we keep next to the free coffee in the lobby. That's been one of the big things about... Anyway, but y'all have a good one. This is Royce. I'm out of here.